about all you really
It
need.
separates them out so you don't have to run them all at once.
Yep. Under here, there's separate lights. They're so bright I had to switch them double.
Yeah.
So that it wouldn't be so bright.
Right.
12-volt plug with charging ports for batteries. Because it has the little light, I put it on a switch.
Yeah.
That way it just try to minimize power drain as much
Yeah.
as possible. That makes sense. The 110 here is hooked to a power inverter under the bed. You can either run it to the generator or you can run it through the power inverter if you don't want to run the generator. Like last 2 nights we slept on it with the windows open.
Yeah.
Because it's
Cool
you don't
down
need
some.
Sure, watch out, buddy.
basic cabinetry, trash can, you know, drawers. My plan was to put a cooler here.
Mhm.
We just keep it on the front deck. And
Yeah.
That's where we put the air mattress.
Yeah.
Basic, you know, just basic
That's
cabinetry. This one right here is a wood slide, so it's a little bit stiffer, but does operate.
Yeah.
Up here is just normal. I hadn't put any shelves. I was gonna maybe get like a little wire stack shelf to put in here.
Wouldn't be nothing to add. So
But now I
you
didn't-
decided you needed it.
This is about 95% finished. It's not. There's some paint work that I didn't get to, and you know, stuff like that. So, all of it's basically the same.
Yeah.
Just, you know, pretty simple.
Yeah.
The water is on demand. Got a lot of pressure. You turn it on, it runs. You turn it off, pump kicks off, and you'll hear it. Hear the pump come on and off.
Yeah.
There's an accumulator tank, a pressure tank, and it keeps the water from having a surge.
Okay.
And what it does is the pump will kick on and blow that tank up,
Right.
and then when it gets
Pressurizes
blown up,
after
it'll
what
cut
I said.
off and then it'll drop. So that you hear the pump cycling, but the water pressure, you don't feel it.
Right.
You saw there's a water hose on the front.
Yeah.
It works
Similar
great.
to water. Storage on the back. That
Yep.
flip up.
It's great. Like the kids were swimming, you just shower them off. Everybody don't have to go to the shower every time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just to get the salt off of it.
Yep.
AC unit is thermostat control. So,
Stay here, buddy.
yeah, it's two, just one in the front, one in the back.
Yep.
Anything back here, power, it's a light there, a light here, and there's one out on the back deck.
Right.
And then the bottom one.
Yeah, we do, because we're going to be leaving in a minute.
Yeah.
Bathroom light is here for the shower. Shower system is high-end mowing, handheld. It's got the different adjustments on this. I normally use it on that one. And it's just a push-pull.
Yep.
I have it plumbed so that there is not a separate hot and cold water, because with the instant water heater, you don't run them that way. You just heat the water to the desired temperature, and it's either on or it's off.
Okay.
Porta potty here, obviously, it's full. It's a good size height.
Yep.
It has a holding tank. I'll be honest with you. That's what I do. Because when you got teenagers and they come in here and they fill it up, you need to be able to wash it down.
Yep.
Let's see here. All the other logistics is under the bed. I tried to make it very simple for being on the water.
Right.
Power inverter is here. This plug right here is the simplest way. When you're running generator, this is hooked to the generator.
Okay.
The AC is hooked to the generator, which is fed through a shore power line.
Right.
So there's no way to try to run the AC off the power inverter. You
Right.
can't do it.
Yep.
So now the plugs there are running off the AC.
Right.
Okay.
Real simple. You plug it back here, pull the power inverter.
But you've got it set up dual so you can run both at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
There's an on-off switch here. When this is on, so you don't have to raise the bed every time, there's a remote switch here.
Right.
Okay.
You can turn the power inverter on here, and then you can turn it back off, and just so you don't have to raise the bed all the time.
Right.
Water pump switch is here. Anytime I leave the boat, I turn the water pump switch off.
Yeah.
just so it doesn't, something happen, it's not sitting here pumping water.
Right.
This is the accumulator tank I was telling you about.
Okay.
Blue is 12 volt water supply. White is shore power.
Right.
I just did simple valves.
Yeah.
When you're on the boat and you're running off of this is on, this is off. If you ever tie it to a dock and you hook a water hose to the back,
Right.
you just turn this off and turn this on,
Open it up so
and
the
it
water
feeds
flows in.
from
Right.
out back. This right here is a simple way of, if you're tied to a dock and you say, well, while I'm here, let me fill up the holding tanks. You just put this right in, open this valve, and it lets you fill them up from out there, not having to bring in a water hose.
Right.
What I do those tanks out there, I just put me a towel down, because you always wind up dripping something.
Sure.
And I just made a funnel that just
Yeah.
screws in. And the little valve, you can actually set it right here in the valve, and you just open it, and it'll hold it while it fills the tank up.
Right.
That's it.
And how many gallons do you say the tank was?
Each one, these combined is about 60 gallons between the two, 50 to 60. I don't know exactly. I kind of did the formula on it
Right.
and kind of guessed at it.
Right.
The blue tanks, and if you buy it, I'll give you the 3 blue tanks. They're 7 gallons apiece.
Okay.
That's the average a person will use over an extended weekend.
Right.
About
Okay.
7 gallons. Because obviously when you shower, turn it on, get wet,
Make it quick.
turn it
yeah,
off,
when
soap
needed.
it up, turn it on,
Yeah.
rinse
Yeah.
off. Long term, I was gonna put a tank on the roof and have a feed to come down to feed this. Just haven't done it.
Yeah, I understand.
But that's something that you could always do long
Right.
term.
Put a gravity system on it.
When I leave this boat for the week, I shut everything off. I shut
Right.
these valves, that way you can isolate the tanks, which tank you want to pull off of.
Right.
Yeah.
I turn everything off here, there, turn that off, and I disconnect all the power to this house, and I only leave the bilge pumps running.
Right.
That way there's no power drain to kill the battery. But that's, for when I'm on it, I can leave all that open, and I just turn the pump off by the switch.
Right.
Any questions?
No, it makes
All the 12 volt
pretty sense.
comes in right here. This just goes and comes up under the back in the battery box. That's it. So it's all the feeds are right here on that lug.
Okay.
So and that's
And the battery bank's there on the back deck.
Mhm,
Like
yep.
that box. Figured as much.
You doing okay, girl?
You did everything yourself, you said?
yeah, did it all myself.
That's cool.
Let's see. We'll step out here.
Stay right here, buddy.
You know the AC works.
Stay here.
Right.
So I'm gonna shut this down. Each pontoon has a access port from the top. There's a bilge pump, and it's on a lead. That way you can take it out if you ever need to service it.
Right.
This is where the hot water heater hangs. Here, I just hook the plumbing together. Obviously, if you purchase it, I'll hook it back up. This is for a propane tank to sit on. The lead, well, actually, it's got a long lead. It comes around and hooks to the propane.
Right.
Yeah.
Shore power. I did it simple with the generator. That way, it's real user friendly. If you hook it to shore power, you just unhook this, and a regular shore power cord will hook right into it.
Right.
Same thing with your water feed.
It just charges everything, that one system.
Yep. And you can see I'm only running on one battery.
Yeah.
And we've been on it since Friday morning.
Those little LEDs will run all day
And it's
long.
the same battery that ran all week for the thing. This one here keeps a little bit of water in it. I don't know where it's coming from. It could be coming from a top seal up here where it splashes or whatever.
Right.
I've never heard the
Oh,
automatic
buddy.
bilge pump cut on.
Yeah.
Do you have automatic in your boat?
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
basically a 2-position.
Yep.
I bypassed the 2-position. That's the manual. I mean, that's the automatic. That's the manual. And when I come to the boat, first thing,
Yep.
I cycle it in the manual.
Right.
See, it won't even pump water now.
Right.
And then just turn it back to the automatic. And that's it. I mean, that's why I have them in there.
Right.
Because, you know,
You never know.
there's a lot of boats that seek water from different places.
Yeah.
But like I said, I've never heard it cut on. So, I don't know.
Never? You like it?
The generator, I just had screwed on.
You have to go pee. You have to go